guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here and you don't know who I am, I go by the name of Tari, aka the coolest advocate. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back and thank you for the consistency and the love and support. Okay, so I did this video in portrait mode and I kind of like the fact that it blurs out my background, but I don't like the fact that it's blurring out my cute cornrows because I actually want them to show. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna attempt to do a mukbang because I'm really hungry. This is story time. I did promise y'all that I was gonna come back with the story time. There's a disclaimer though about the story time. This is not one of those story times that I usually do. You know, the ones where my heart got broken and I'm going through the most, or I've been through the most, and this is basically a story time of how like life has been ever since I became an advocate, and how the year has been, and you know, just the time I moved to Joburg and so forth, and some of the things that I've had to deal with as a member of the bar and as a member of the legal profession. So some of these things are not necessarily things that happen specifically at the bar that I'm at, but like, you know, there are certain things that I've just learned along the way, just as a member of the profession. So I'm eating. I asked my mom yesterday to make me some Sunday goals because I was perishing after we had our year-end function, which was around Centurion. It was so nice, guys. The pictures look gorgeous. You should check them out on Instagram. So yeah, I've got a whole plate full of food here. It's some lamb, some chakalaka, some beetroot, which is like my weakness. I love beetroot. I specifically wanted to eat beetroot yesterday, but the funny thing is that I was hanging so much from the previous night that I ended up not being able to eat yesterday. So yeah, I'm gonna eat now. So I hope that you guys don't have a problem with like chewing sounds, because I am wearing a mic, so I think the chewing sounds might be a little bit more exaggerated. Speaking of a mic, how can I forget such an important thing? I'm actually taking you people so seriously on YouTube. I actually went and bought like filming equipment. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm upping this game and I hope that it's going to be worth it. So yeah, I'm eating. My mom is probably just going to walk into the door any second now because I can hear her opening. It's so good. So I don't really know how I'm going to eat and chew and talk at the same time, but I'm gonna just try. It's really good. So I got distracted earlier on and I was doing the story time, and I told you guys I was going to do a mukbang, which ended up not being a mukbang because there's just no ways that I could do the whole eating and chewing thing, especially when I'm alone. It's so much better when you're having a conversation with someone else during a mukbang, because at least you get breaks in between the conversation to eat, right, and chew. However, I'm back now, and I decided, you know what, let me just film the story time. One, because I've got the time now, I've got the energy now, and because I've got my dranks here with me. Mila, please behave yourself. So my puppy is also here with me as always, and you know, she doesn't know how to act. She acts like a menace all the time. So she needs to be reprimanded every now and then, right? So hey guys, like, so as I was telling you guys, so basically, if you know me, it's quite simple. Like, I went to school, not obviously because some of you may not know me, but I did go to school, go Mafeking campus in Northwest, right? And this was like in 2015, and then I graduated in 2019. So my final year was in 2018. And then naturally after graduation, I moved back home, which is in Nelspruit. But because I'd lost my grandfather while I was still in university, I was in second year. This was something that really hit me hard. This was something that really hurt me. It really upset me. I couldn't like move past this thing. And I mean, I think even till now, like, I'm still having like a bit of, you know, anxiety, and you know, sometimes I have like these meltdowns where I'm just like, yo, if my grandfather was here, things would be different, even though it's not really realistic. But either way, I moved back home, and I don't go to my house, like as in my parents' house. I move straight back to my grandparents' house. And when I moved to my grandparents' house, I stayed there for I stayed there for like 6 months. 6, 7 months. And the reason why I went there was because I felt like I wanted to be closer to my grandfather. I'm there it was fun at first because, all the people that I grew up with, my childhood friends and stuff, they were there and stuff. And here's the thing about Kasi, like, unfortunately in Kasi, like, not everybody progresses, not everybody moves on in life. So sometimes you'll go back to the hood and you find everybody exactly where they used to be before. And it's not really a good thing because it can also make you like very complacent. For 6 months post graduation, I'm now in Kasi and I'm just like living my best life in Kasi as a Kasi girl. Like, I've forgotten about all my friends in town. I've forgotten about my degree. I'm just like, guys, I'm tired now. I was doing LLB. I'm fed up. Allow me to just rest. And this turned into like 6, 7 months of just doing absolutely nothing but just staying at my grandfather's house, going out every day, drinking with the people in the hood, crying every day, this, that, and the other. And then COVID happened. So COVID happens. Oh, another thing is I really focused on my business though when I was in Kasi. So this is somewhat what was funding my lifestyle because I was just living my best life. But anyways, COVID happens in 2020 and in 20... Mila, stop it. Mila, stop it. In 2020, so sorry guys. In 2020, I started doing my articles. A few months after doing my articles, literally started doing my articles. Why am I even saying a few months? I think a month after doing my articles, because I started in February. In March, COVID, how? Okay, lockdown, everybody must go home. Okay, crazy. Whatever, it's gonna be 7 days. 7 days turns to 21 days. 21 days turns into, like, I don't even remember how long COVID lasted, but that stuff was wild. So anyways, nonetheless, in 2021, I get accepted. I do my pupillage. Homonati, I'm so excited. This is something I've always wanted to do. Mind you, from 2019 when I graduated till 2021, I was trying to find articles and I couldn't find them. The moment I did find articles, then COVID happened. And then the moment COVID happened, my principal passed away. So even after COVID had passed, there was no way of going back to continue with articles at that place. And I guess in the way that I look at it, in my perspective, because I just believe everything is spiritual and everything is what God wants it to be. I just feel like it wasn't meant to be because then I would have done my articles and then I would have become an attorney, which is not what I wanted from the get-go. So I think it was a good thing that all of that happened, except like it was terrible, but I mean, in a way it worked in my favor. Okay, Shabuche, I then continue, I do my pupillage, I pass my exams, that's great. After I passed my exams, I'm admitted. I was admitted in October last year, 2022. And then I think October, November, December, I was just like, where's the money? Right? And then I realized that, this is tough. Right? This is crazy because nobody prepared me for any of that. Like, I didn't realize how difficult it was going to be getting admitted as an advocate. And then you now have to develop relationships with like attorneys and you kind of just need to like have a network, some sort of a network, in order for you to get work. So I'm just like, hi Kisana, this is a lot. So that also just further added on to like my already existing depression of just feeling stagnant. And mind you, I haven't been sitting at home for a very long time. So even after I came out of varsity, when I was out there with my friends, guys, I was literally suffering from cultural shock. Like, my body could not fathom this thing of waking up in the morning and doing absolutely nothing. Like, I couldn't understand. So obviously my business kept me going, but still it wasn't enough because I was used to being in varsity. I was used to working on radio all the time for hours on end every day, and I was used to then going home and studying and all of those things, or just being around my friends in varsity, studying together, or drinking, or doing whatever we were doing. But this thing of just waking up and not having plans for the day was just crazy to me. So this sent me into like a spiral. I was spiraling. If Mila doesn't stop, guys, because can you hear that little thing that she keeps tossing around? She picked up a lid somewhere and she won't stop. And I'm so irritated because it's so late at night. It's midnight. Why are you doing that? Anyways, so yeah. I'm admitted as an advocate. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to move to Centurion. I'm going to move to Gauteng because we got this house. We bought a house in 2018. And the purpose of getting this house was so that when I graduate, I can move to Gauteng. And since my mom had also moved to this side, so it was a thing of it doesn't make sense to rent when we can just get a house, right? And so whoever's in Gauteng can always just use that house instead of like getting a flat. Sharp. So that's exactly what we did. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let me just go join my mom. Let me move to this place and just figure it out from that side. And then that's obviously when I joined the bar that I'm at now and stuff like that. Look, I love my bar, but let me just be honest. Let me be straight up about what I've experienced. This is my story time now. I've experienced a lot of growth. I've experienced a lot of love. Like I've experienced a lot of progress and, support and stuff like that in terms of my career. But I've also experienced a shitload of toxicity. When I tell you that I was taken aback, I was dumbfounded when I realized that the legal profession, and I'm not particularly speaking about where I am, but just this profession at large, I was dumbfounded when I realized how people in this profession gossip. It feels like being back in high school. Like the last time I had to deal with gossip and she said, he said, this, that, and the other was literally in high school. And I never experienced that ever again in my life. I didn't even experience it in varsity. In varsity, I literally minded my own business. I went to class, and I don't know what happened. And I went to class and I would go home and I spoke to a few people in class. I mean, I've always been a social butterfly. I've always had a very big personality. But in varsity, I literally handpicked just a few people that I could live with. And most of the people that I hung out with were mostly people that I studied with, right? And those that I actually got close to, like Amo, for instance, this other girl that I used to be friends with, very, very toxic. She was just weird in so many ways, but I was friends with her throughout my varsity life, and she was just not a person that I would ever want to be friends with again. Like, she was just a narcissist, and she was mean. She didn't talk to other kids. She didn't want me to talk to other people. She was just weird. So I think even when I came out of varsity, like I tried to continue be there for her and all of that, but she was still weird. Like she would still continue with her weird stuff. Like she'd just go off for no reason and stuff. But anyways, I don't want to talk about her. But nonetheless, yeah, no, good riddance. So yeah, in varsity, like I was minding my own business. I had like a minimal number of friends, and I was happy because my day ones, like my friends from home, remained my best friends, and those are still my best friends now. However, the mistake that I made when I got here is I assumed that because Spadala, I'm dealing with advocates, I'm dealing with professionals within a professional space. People should be mature. People should, like people should be chilled. Yo, Sana, take a sip. If anything, I know so many people's business at the office that I have no business knowing. Like, I know so many secrets of so many people, and I'm just like, I really didn't have to know this. Like, when you start learning things about people against your will, that's exactly what I started experiencing as soon as I got there. But worse than that, here comes a social butterfly, this girl with a big personality and a big mouth. And obviously, it's me. I just love being out there, and I'm like a big extrovert, and I'm talking to everybody. And I'm kind. I will always be a kind hearted person. I'll always be a good person. So I'm all kind, I'm all extroverted, I'm all hee hee, chi chi, with everybody. And I figure, I mean, if happy was here in this environment, I'm thinking, I found my tribe. These people are all gonna have like, they're gonna be chilled people, like, yo, Sana, let me tell you, it starts with the small things. Like, I'm trying to think about like where it starts and where it ends. It doesn't stop. I can tell you that much. Because you can literally mind your own business and you can literally be at home minding your own business. But when you come back, you're going to hear some shit that's going to piss you off. And one thing about me, if I hear some shit, I'm finna address it. And if I'm finna address it, it's going to get worse. Because I am still working on the part of me that is Christian, to the point where the Bible says, turn the other cheek. I'm one of those people that if you come for me, you will find me and I will fetch you, right? And so I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, okay, should I fetch this person? Should I not fetch this person? Because your people have come for me so many times, and I'm just like, I mean, as soon as the senior counsel that incubated me came through for me and stuff like that, not too long after that, there were rumors that I heard that really hurt my feelings and stuff. And I was just like, what the hell is this shit? Like, what? Where does this stuff come from? Who says stuff like this? Sharp got past that. Next thing it was, I'm sleeping with this person, I'm sleeping with that person. Why do all the seniors like me? Why do I get along with everybody? Why is this senior always giving me work? Why is this happening? And I'm just like, but that's because I put myself out there and I talk to everybody. Why would they not talk back to me? Like, that's so weird. Like, I build my relationships and I know what I want, so I know what I'm here for. So obviously I'm gonna approach whoever I want to approach, and if they match my energy, we're gonna keep that moving. But then there was dramas about this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. Sharp, there was one guy that I flirted with there, but it was like for a week or whatever. And yeah, nothing happened. I thought we were actually friends. I thought he was cool people. You know, Jiggy Jiggy and he's acting funny. Mila, I will slap the shit out. Mila, stop it. Yeah, this dog. Sorry, guys. And you know, I'm just like, how okay, we're vibing, we're friends, it's all good, everything is good. Chiki chiki, and I'm just like, this is so weird, like this is so weird and it's so petty. You know what I mean? But anyways, we keep it moving. It is what it is. Months later, I hear apparently I sent someone nudes. First of all, I've never sent anybody nudes. Like, I don't do nudes. The fuck? Like, sorry guys, I keep checking if my mic is on because I don't think you guys will be able to hear me, and I'm trying to speak very lowly because people are sleeping. So yeah, you know, they speak about that kind of stuff, and so you need to be aware of that. But at the bar itself, I couldn't hear your personal life case, and I couldn't go to you sold your car, couldn't go to in yako got repossessed. They talk about people's marriages, they talk about who's sleeping with who in the office, bruv. I know who's sleeping with who, that's married to who, that's doing what with you. It's vile. Like, it's just, it's like, I am like, there's this side that's really amazing and it's great and it's beautiful and it looks like, and then there's this side that it's like, what is this shit? Are we in high school? Are we kids? It's like, what is this? Like, get me out of here. So I've experienced a lot of that, and I've experienced other people experiencing it and telling me about it, and I'm just like, oh, okay. And at different places, like, it's not like I'm not speaking necessarily about my organization only. Yonkin Dao, like, legal practitioners just talk too much. And it's weird because it's like, you would expect them to have like this thing of discretion and all of that. I guess and not them at all. So I'm gonna pour myself a drink, just wait. So it's been that, and you know, people that know me know that I don't do well in spaces like that because I'm very confrontational. So I've had to water down my personality a lot for a lot of reasons because I don't want to find myself in a situation where I say something and then somebody says something back to me, and then the next thing I give them a varam clap, and then the next thing I've got a criminal case, and then the next thing my reputation is tarnished because this profession is very unforgiving. They will judge you for something as minor as vomiting when you're sick and you've had a few drinks, even if you're going through something, because who does that? Like, it's Yati, the things that people have been judged for and the things that they bring up, it's like the gatekeeping is not only with white folk, it also happens within the black folk. And the women that claim that they're all about empowerment and stuff like that, it's not everybody. Yeah, I can tell you now that since I arrived here, bruh, there's been one or two or three, let me not lie, maybe three women that have literally maybe just like made an effort to really just genuinely take active steps and be intentional about changing my life. The rest have said a lot of stuff to me, a lot of stuff to me. But the men that have not said anything have actually acted. There's one woman in particular who changed my life, but I'm not going to talk about her because number one, she doesn't like the media. Number two, it's not the end of the year yet. I'm going to talk about her at the end of the year, but it will be a thing of a Thanksgiving. That's my plan, because she didn't give up on me. And the other day I was talking to her and she was like, yeah, I really want you to be at the JSC without any scandals or anything like that because I believe in you and whatnot. And I know that it was like God had a reason for bringing you to me and stuff. And, you know, other people had doubts and they thought that I wouldn't be able to control you. You see, even that, It tells me everything I need to know about the type of people that I'm surrounded by, people that judge me because I'm extroverted, people that judge me because I'm a social butterfly, people that think, oh, she's just a pretty face and, she's this, that, and the other. She's not smart enough. I didn't fly into the bar. I wrote exams. I went to school. I did pupillage. I did all of that and I passed and I made it into the bar. I didn't fly here. Like there's nothing that miraculously took me from one place and then dipped me into the bar like, hey, here's a miracle, figure it out. I couldn't bribe my way into the bar. I couldn't sleep with anybody like to the top into the bar. Like it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? So it's obvious that there's a lot of people that will undermine you and all those kind of things. And I'm trying to break the barriers of people saying that, yeah, you need to be a certain way. It's true. People are stuck up actually in the legal profession. I'm not just talking about advocates, even attorneys. People behave like they're not human, but they do the weirdest things behind closed doors. But they then, like people will project a personality that they are not. They'll project a person or they'll portray, why am I saying project? They will portray a personality or a persona or something that they are actually not. I'm very proud of myself. And I always say, Guti, I wear my personality. I wear who I am with honor. I've got nothing to hide. And there will never be a day when I will find myself in a situation where I've lied about something and now I need to find a way to remember what I lied about, because everything that comes out of my mouth is the truth. If there's one thing that I have, it's integrity. If you find me in a situation where I'm dealing with the situation badly, it's because somebody put me in that situation and they triggered me or they provoked me or whatever the case may be. You'll never find me lying on anybody. And that's why I take it personally when people lie about me, because I'm just like, are you sure you want to do that? Do you know, like, are you sure you want to come for me? Because, like, I've got a Pandora's box, guys. I've got a Pandora's box from, and my friends always say, no, no, let that stuff go, like delete it. And I'm like, I'll never delete anything. Like, I'll never ever delete anything. My friends will be like, yeah, it means you haven't forgiven. No, I've forgiven, but I've got a Pandora's box of every single thing that anybody has ever done to me that they could use against me where I know that I was not wrong. I've got a Pandora's box full of screenshots, messages, all sorts of things. Because I know that people can turn on you and people can wake up 10 years from now seeing that you're not successful and then say you once did 1, 2, 3 to them and lie on your name. I'm ready for anybody that wants to lie on my name because I will release the files. I have always got files. One thing I learned about law, one thing I learned in law school, kilo of evidence. You know what I mean? And I really I took that to my soul. I took that too much. I took it too personally when they said you must have evidence. So yeah, with that being said, these are some of the things. And my mic's still on, okay, it is. So I guess it's some of those things. And then another thing you're going to deal with is sexual harassment. They will sexually harass you. Somebody is going to do something to you in this legal profession, and it's going to be a man, especially as a female. Even as a man, you might get sexually harassed by women. It happens. It's a thing. People do it. And they know that as a junior, you are desperate. You want to get ahead. You need work. You need briefs. You need networking. What. You want recognition. They will do that to you. And as a woman, if you speak out, you must remember, and remember my words clearly when I tell you this. If you speak out, it will be you that will be crucified. They may not say it out loud, but they will talk about you behind your back. They'll call you a liar. They'll say you this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. And they will defend the man, because it just doesn't make sense that a man would sexually harass a person with so much integrity. We work with him. We know him so well. He's such an esteemed lawyer. He's this, that, and the other. I guess that they will harass you. They will do it. I don't even want to get too much into that stuff. Like, I'm just saying, stay woke. These things happen. We see them every day. Some people will talk to you inappropriately. Some will touch you inappropriately. Some will take you to weird places and do weird things to you. The only way to survive it is just not to talk about it. The moment you talk about it, you're going down, right? And I wish somebody had told me all of these things before I actually arrived, because I arrived and I was just like, oh yeah, here it's all about transparency. Here it's all about whatever my dreams are of the world that I want to live in, but forgetting the reality of the country that we live in. So yeah, these are the negative things about coming to the bar that you're going to deal with. Not just the bar. I need to stop saying the bar, the legal profession. I keep saying the bar because I'm at the bar, but the legal profession. So it happens in spaces when you're at work and when you're within the scope of your work, not in your office. Like maybe in courts, there'll still be your male counterparts that will think that they are better than you, that will sexually harass you, whether it's verbal, whether it's physical, and I don't think these people know what their boundaries are, like, because they don't see anything wrong with their conduct. It's exhausting. I'm exhausted talking about this. I feel like this is the shortest story time I've ever done. I'm tired. Owning man, like there was a time when I was just like, I told my mom and I was like, yo, dude, like things are weird. And my mom was like, yeah, I know it happens at work and stuff like that. If you're doing that thing of yours of being like the super friend, being everybody's friend, you're trying to be nice to everybody because you think everybody's got the same heart as you and the same intentions as you, you're going to have a serious problem. And I was like, wow, you spoke too late. You should have told me this earlier, right? And there was a time when I got mixed up in some shit because I think I was just very lonely and all my friends are so far away and all of that, and moved to a new city and I'm overwhelmed and this, that, and the other, and this, that, and the other. And so a few times I've overshared too much and told people that, well, I felt safe and comfortable with at the time because at the time they portrayed a sense of safety, a sense of you can rely on me type of thing. I guess, Sana, let me tell you, as soon as you're done talking, as soon as you're done venting, as soon as you're done crying your eyeballs out, you must just know that the whole of the fraternity is going to know about your personal business the next day. That's just how it be. So quickly learned, not quick enough though, but quickly learned because actually otherwise every day I'm going to be a topic of discussion. But even after I'm done speaking, people will speak on your behalf. But she's not coming to work, she's broke, this, that, and the other. I've been hearing all sorts of ridiculous things. I'm just like, are you people mad? Are you the craze? Yeah, I mean, on this side, it's great, it's roses, it's money, it's going to court, it's working. On this side, you really need to be a strong person and you really need to have very strong boundaries and you really, really need to like be able to the word that I'm looking for, be able to weather anything, man, because anything can happen. Like anything, like everybody's just so flippant and unpredictable. It's crazy. So I walk around thinking that people have the same intentions as me, and people are just like, no, nobody's you, ma'am. You're doing that on your own. Kind of crazy. So one of my seniors, again, a male this time, I'm very, very close with him. Love that man to Sana because he loves me and he's always very vocal about it. Like, I'll do anything to protect you, this, that, and the other. So he's always telling me, stop befriending 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And he's like not the type of person to shy away from it. Like he'll tell you, stay away from that person, stay away from that person, stay away from that person, stay away from that person. You're doing too much, they're gonna betray you. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Took me too long to listen to him, but at some point I went and I sat down with him and I'm like, yeah, I'm going through this. And he's like, but I told you, like, you're an advocate, know your worth. You know what I mean? And at that time you're trying to be humble and just like not be weird and stuff and get along with everybody, and then you find yourself in these weird situations and it's just like you like so I don't ever want to change my personality. I don't ever want to water myself down. I don't ever want to love people less. But what I am learning is that I need to minimize how much I say to people and I need to minimize how much time I spend with certain people. And there are mean people at the bar. Mean people, like mean people that act like it could never happen to me. And one thing about life, Kesa, now whatever you think could never happen to you, it could happen to you or worse. So yeah, there's really mean people like that are just cruel and they just like this could never be me. And let me tell you something about life, Kesana. Even if it's not at the bar, whatever you think could never happen to you could happen to you at any time. And that's a fact. So yeah, I have not had a very easy time adapting as a person with this big personality, love social media, this, that, and the other. It's been hard. There's a lot of watering down I've had to do just to not stick out so much, but I always stick out anyway, no matter how much I water myself down. So now I'm just like, you know what? Actually, screw it. I'm just going to show up as who I am authentically. So authenticity is the way to go. Because then I don't have to apologize for anything. And I have to be honest, because then I don't have to try and remember my lies. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, the one last thing. Do not date or sleep with your colleagues. Don't shit where you eat. Trust me on this one. Trust me on this one. It will end in tears. It will make you not want to go to work. It will make you question your entire existence. It will make you curse the day that you were born. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't shit where you eat. You're here to make money. Go to work, make money, go home. Leave those people alone. Like, whether it's a beautiful girl, leave her alone. Whether it's a beautiful man, leave him alone. There are other beautiful people outside. Just not there where you work. Lost hiding. It's not worth it. Yeah. So that's been that. Current situation. Moving with grace. Channel is growing. So glad. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And what else did I want to tell you guys? I forgot. So many things I want to talk about, but I just wanted to talk about this first because I feel like it's been a year now. I mean, only 9 months at the bar, but it's been a year since I've been admitted in a couple of days, but a couple of months at the bar. But I have learned a lot. Oof, I've been through a lot as well. So I felt like I need to be open about that as well because really, especially as a young woman, Shem, and don't let you be a beautiful woman on top of that. You're going to see flames. Yeah, it'd be like that. And it's funny because you think that it would be men that mostly do this stuff, but it's actually women. It'd be your own people, be your own gender. So yeah. I think that's it for me. Now you've got an update about the negative stuff that happens in the profession. I didn't say the bar, but I just said the profession. And you've also got a whole lot of other videos about all the good stuff that happens, right? So at least now you know it's not all roses over here. Okay, sometimes you go through hardships and then there's also all these other things and they happen everywhere. And it's kind of like you tell this friend, you're like, yo, Sana, at my like where I'm working, there's this, and they're like, yo, Sana, even us here, we're dealing with 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The trick is to do this and this and the other. And it's just like, I thought this profession was supposed to be noble. Why are people acting like this? And people are unforgiving. So it would also help you as a person if you're one of those people on social media that are very controversial and you say a lot of weird things on social media and you tweet things that make you get into trouble all the time. I would suggest that you start deleting those things now before you even go to the bar because you don't want those problems, Gesan. You don't want those problems. And I love social media, but I'm very careful with my social media, and I'm always going to be proud of social media because it's done so much for me. I've made so much money from social media. I've made such great relationships from social media. I've done amazing things with social media. So for me, I feel like I haven't been reckless on social media, right? And I think by virtue of that, that's why I respect it. But other people don't know how to use social media and they misuse it. And social media training is very important. Otherwise, you will destroy yourself. And in this profession, nobody forgets. One day you're trying to be a judge and they say, oh, so tell us about the tweet from 1998 or 1978 when you said 1, 2, 3. Now you have to take accountability for that. So yeah, that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you all so much. Thank you for your consistency. I hope you enjoyed this little real talk, as uncomfortable as it may have been. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. I'm going to give you a chance to do it now. Thank you. Until the next video, guys, I love you so much. Mwah. Bye.